Greenup's involved in a number of different projects. We're in environmental education and I guess I could say community sustainability organization. We try to help build sustainable communities and neighborhoods. And we do everything from home energy auditing to children's programs around active and safe routes to school, to active transportation for adults. We're also involved in community garden networking. We do a lot of different things. It's a significant part of what we do, and so we spend a lot of time setting people up at small tables in big rooms so they can have conversations about what sort of community they want to live in. Well, I'm going to blame John McKnight because he, that character, because a number of years ago I went to a session that he was holding in Hamilton, and that wasn't a Tamarack event, but it was an event that was being hosted there, and I read his work, and then that led me into being connected more with Tamarack at the Comprehensive Community Initiative discussion, and just discussions on how our communities can be more humane and healthy places. Policy sometimes can really bore people, or people think they're going to be bored of it, but it's such an important mechanism for enabling things to happen in community. And what I'm particularly fascinated in is something that I've been talking to people about, and that is this concept of readiness. Are a group of people or a neighborhood or a community kind of ready to engage in a more holistic process? And the reason I'm interested in that is because I was shocked by a project that happened in Peterborough where a group of people who should have not been ready by professional analysis were profoundly ready. And a community garden project that they were involved with has taken off in a way that I think has shocked and surprised a lot of people. It's from a poorer neighborhood, a neighborhood that struggles a bit. And they have moved mountains in a very short period of time to turn a local park into a hub for community gathering and conversation and care, where people are in effect looking after each other's children and caring about what their neighbors have to say. It's a wonderful thing. Well, they must have been ready, or it wouldn't have worked. But one of the things about food is it can be a unifying principle for people. And that's a fancy way to say everyone has to eat.
Yeah.
And since we all do, we can find some common ground around that.
Right.
And maybe being under economic pressure has food maybe elevated in its value as well for people. And I think starting a community garden was a real hands-on. Wasn't a lot of talk. It was a lot of involvement and direct effort by
action-oriented.
people. Action-oriented, absolutely. Project that drew people out who were quite, at first, hesitant, but very quickly got with the program. And things like radishes have very quick positive reinforcement. They grow quickly. They pop out of the ground. I always say that children should always grow radishes because they get instant gratification.
Right.
As a result, I think people drawn to food, drawn to using their park in a different way, have just been encouraged to stay involved. And now that community is trying to start a community, a neighborhood association, which is a bit of a surprise. And I think in all the rules that we write, people would say, yes, that would be the next logical step. But I think it'll only stay alive for them if they keep it project-based. If they keep an action, hands-on related element to it, and they don't turn it into too much of an academic exercise.